Gentlemen, how are we doing today? ¿Cómo estamos hoy día? Whoa, Arturo, you just dropped some Spanish on us, huh? Of course, boys, I have to do it. You know, I'm Spanish myself, so I gotta drop some Spanish, some Spanish mix in there, right? But today, gentlemen, I'm going to be helping you guys out and helping you get these traits that are going to make you more likable when it comes to other people, because at the end of the day, a lot of us struggle with this. We want to become more likable. I know I went through it, and I know you guys might be going through the same things, but I'm here to help you out. I'm here to give you six traits. That's all you need, 6 traits to help you become more likable. Let's go. I think the first trait when it comes to being more likable is you gotta have a positive attitude for everything, boys. Again, positive attitudes go a super long way, because at the end of the day, when you have a positive attitude, you have a positive outcome on life. You are able to approach things more positively if you think more positively of there. And if you don't, you're gonna have the opposite effect. You're gonna actually think more negative of other people, and therefore you're never gonna see the good outcomes of those situations. So boys, just change the mindset up here, get a little bit more positivity going, and that way you are going to present yourself as a more positive person, and that is going to make you very likable to other people. And the second trait that a lot of people tend to like is a good sense of humor. You gotta be originally funny. And no, these are not the try hard. Let me tell you something, if you are trying super hard to crack a joke every second, at the end of the day, it's just not gonna come off funny, alright? It looks really forced, and people don't like that, okay? And nobody likes a class clown. What people like is when you're originally funny, when you're being you, and it just comes out very natural, alright? And it's so easy to do this, alright? If you think you're a serious person, or you really can't tell jokes and stuff, it's alright, because you probably did some things in your past that were really funny, right? I know for me, I did one super thing that was really funny for the past, and I love to tell the story. When I was about 7 or 8 years old, I had just finished watching that Superman movie that came out. I think we all remember that Superman movie. It was really one of the worst ones ever invented, but I had just finished watching that movie, me and my brother, and we went downstairs. We were about to go to the store, and we reached the bottom stairs. It's like a little mini stairs before we exit the apartment building. So we are at the top of the stairs, and what happens is my brother jumps off the ledge, right? He jumps first. He's a bigger, obviously at that time, he's a bigger kid than I was. So he jumps off, he makes the leap, right? And I'm thinking, oh man, I want to do that. I'm Superman, I think I can do it. So I yell, and I was like, yo, watch this. Right there, I start to prepare, I start to go, and I jump. And then boom, I don't even make it, man. My face literally plants the floor. I had blood coming down my face, and the funny part was I kept laughing for some reason, because I thought it was funny. Even though there was a bunch of blood coming down and it looked like a mess, I was still laughing because it was pretty funny. I'm not gonna even lie, even as a little kid, I laughed at myself sometimes. But you see the point, boys. At the end of the day, it's just about telling stories that you found funny when you were little, because a lot of us, we did funny things when we were real little, or even in our teenage years, that we can tell, right? People love to hear stories. People love when someone tells a good story, especially if there's humor in it, because at the end of the day, it's going to make them laugh, and laughing is going to make them feel good. Therefore, you became very likable. Right, so the third trait that very likable people have is they tend to control that insecurity. Insecurity, boys, when it pops up, it literally can destroy us, it can hide us. But when you're able to hold it down, everybody notices it. Because when you're able to force that insecurity, you're able to control it. You have it under control. You make sure it doesn't pop up and start making you freak out, start making you nervous. If you're able to control it and slow down that tempo, make sure you're very calm in that situation, people are going to feel more comfortable around you. Therefore, that is a very likable trait, and people are going to want to be around you more, just because you give them this sense of comfortability that others probably don't give. Hold up, were you saying something? I'm sorry, I thought you were. I want to listen. Okay, yeah. You see what I just did there? If you were talking, I'm going to listen. Boys, this is the fourth trait that very likable people have, is they are a good listener. And no, this is not me paying attention, pretending I'm listening, and then when you come back and ask and I have nothing to say. Boys, good listening, alright? I had this problem growing up, and I know a lot of people do. When we're not listening, we're not even listening. We have very short attention spans. I know growing up I had an attention span of a squirrel. I mean, it was so hard for me to actually listen and pay attention sometimes. I didn't even know how I passed school, to be honest. I literally got A's in almost all my tests and I couldn't even pay attention. But let's forget that. What you need to be learning is paying attention and focusing and listening to the conversation, especially when it comes to talking to girls, because you want to have something to reply with afterwards. Because at the end of the day, people like it when you're listening to them and you're actually really listening to them, because they know if you're not, they know if you are. And the way they know is when it's your turn to talk, you tend to respond with a certain part of their story and you ask a question or you add on to that part. That right there gives them a notice. They be like, oh, okay, this person was listening, I can talk to him, man. I want to be around him more because he actually listens to me. Boys, follow this, all right? This is a very good thing that we have to learn, and it's easy to learn how to be a good listener. There's a lot of videos on it, how to become a good listener. I suggest you go and learn that if you feel like that's a trait that you're lacking. I've been lacking that trait. I took the time to learn and I became a very good listener just doing that. Boys, do you remember when Conor McGregor won both titles, both UFC titles, and then he said that magical line that everyone remembers? I want to take this time to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ is... Okay, boys. We know Conor McGregor is one of the best MMA fighters, but that right there is not being humble. You need to be more humble to people, alright? Be humble, alright? Just like people are doing good things, or if you're a part of a team, acknowledge your teammates, acknowledge good actions from other people. Just value them, alright? People love that. People love when you take the time to value someone else, because that right there, it shows that you care about that person, and that's just gonna give a good feeling about them. They're gonna want to be around you more just because you value them, you value their action, you value their efforts. Boys, you gotta be more humble, alright? Let's get away from being a jerk sometimes, alright? Or trying to show off, thinking you're a macho man, you can do all this and that. We gotta get away from that. Let's be more humble, let's be more appreciative of other people, because they are valuable as well. And finally, the sixth and final trait that a lot of likable people have is... Hold on, before I give you the trait, you look at that shirt you're wearing, brother. You're rocking that shirt right now. Let me tell you, that shirt look good on you. You see what I just did there? I just gave you a compliment. Boys, that's the sixth and final thing that a lot of likable people have, is they learn how to compliment others. Some compliments can be very simple and some can be very personalized, but the general idea is to compliment other people, especially on their efforts or on a clothing that they're wearing, something specific. That just makes others feel very good around you because you're giving them compliments, not so much on a daily, but once in a while you're giving them a good compliment, and compliments just make people feel good. They make others want to be around that person. So learn to compliment. I'm going to be dropping a video on how to compliment when it comes to more personalized, because simple compliments like you're beautiful or you're looking good today can have a low impact on people. It feels good for a moment, but a more personalized compliment, that can make someone's day, possibly the week. And if you want to see that video, all you have to do is give me one of these, give me a like right now. That way I know you guys want to see that video, so you guys can start giving more personalized compliments and attracting that beautiful girl that you've been seeing for months and you have no idea what to say. And that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy these videos. Let me just tell you, guys are awesome, and I hope you can use these 6 traits because they're going to help you become a more likable person, and people are going to just want to be around you. Gentlemen, take care, and I'm going to see you next time. Peace.